Today we really spent a lot of time trying to build call and response stuff here. I built an extra bass, I tweaked the one we built yesterday, and then I actually tried to set up kind of a call and response passage here, so I'm just going to play it. I don't love it. I don't think it's great, but you know, first attempts. This bass is the one we built very first. This is the bass we built yesterday. And then the last one is the one we built today here. This thing that I now have rendered out sounds pretty cool. This is just this guy up here. The MIDI on this is just one note, and then I added the echo with Valhalla, but this is what the patch sounds like. We used a pulse wave twice at an octave, 2 voices, 1% spread, no phase, with the higher octave cut to like, I want to say like 50% of the first wave, and then also a sub underneath it. A sine wave just with a few extra partials there on the sub. These two are first going through a normal, just analog 12 decibel drop-off filter, and then going through a formant. All of which is all the automation is just this simple ramp here, and it's just doing that. It's just pulling this up to open it up and then changing the shape of the formant. Then some sine fold distortion. Sine fold is, of the distortion types, so far my favorite. It's the one I use the most often. Some compression. I thought about doing the echo in Vital, but I don't love this Vital reverb. I've yet to like make it sound good. From there, we added I actually just bounced this with some compression, and then from there added Valhalla and some more compression, and then bounced it again to get some put some multi-compression on it. I really just kind of wanted to look at it as it went through these different phases here and see what it looked like. Like as they get a little bit more compressed, you can kind of see them get a little bit more compressed, but it's honestly, the effect wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be. I do like that I've been able, though, to eliminate the volume increase that the ADSR naturally creates. And though you could see it a little bit here with this first one, the attack kind of like ramping up with the compression that this added, and also maybe some effects from Valhalla. The Valhalla shouldn't have made any difference, but you can actually see it kind of has like almost a transient there now, instead of like a ramp up. So it's a bit more manageable of a sound, and it was a lot easier to mix it to the other basses, just to bounce it out to audio and then just chop it instead of going in and like automating all the effects to like stop. And it also helped me like look at it and see where will this shape most easily fit into a sound, which sounds that kind of like have that ramping like watt sound don't really fit in well with rhythmic things. If you start the watt, like where the rhythm on the downbeats, it's going to be like, also kind of feel delay, like watt, 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 watt. It's not going to feel like in time. So this let me kind of play around with it a little bit. But I did actually do some like MIDI automation on these two channels. Up here on this one, pretty simply just muting the pulse wah bass while the yaw bass is happening. A little bit of a handoff here. There's maybe some like phase issues, not phase, but like wave lineup issues happening on the handoff back. And then we actually did a lot of kind of fun automation on this guy up here, on this old bass. We automate like almost like a tremolo effect here with this, where like this is just turning on a high cut. You just kind of hear it just like almost like a tremolo kind of coming in, cutting out the top. What you do with this thing as a tip, kind of a better way to do tremolo, if you can, is instead of doing the whole volume up and down, is just cut out high frequencies, leave the low frequencies alone. So it's kind of going like and instead of it being like a real big volume drop off, you're just cutting out the high partials that really like accentuate the sound. So maybe something to think about if you're messing around with tremolos and you like that sound, but you don't like how aggressive they are. I love tremolos, so I've done both sides a lot. But then for the first time ever, I think, I'm modulating pitch wheel information here, and I really like it. I set the pitch wheel on this Vital to move up and down 12 to bend 12 semitones, so it just goes up and down an octave from top to bottom range. So you get this where it's just going from do, do, wee, it's going like all the way up the octave. And there it's just doing the opposite, going down. Well, it's not a great effect. It gets kind of muddy at the bottom, but I do like that one a lot. So I've been honestly kind of like fiddling with this for a few hours now, like changing sounds and moving things around, getting a little bit distracted. It's very nice outside, but building this bass and trying to get some different sounds locked into place. I think I'm kind of happy with the sounds in general. I do love this sound. I think this is a good sound. That's a really cool sound that I'm happy to have made. But I'll keep playing with these pieces tomorrow. This seemed like a good place to end for, at least for the video for today. So thanks so much for watching. We'll keep on building call and response basses and stuff tomorrow. See you guys then. Bye-bye.